Hello, everybody. As you can see, I'm not Valentin, and he's sending his apologies and deepful regrets that he couldn't attend to this extraordinary conference. I'm Tudor Poienariu. I'm from Apanova, Bucharest, which is a Veolia Group company, and from 2000, we operate both the water and sewer network in Bucharest, which is the capital city of Romania, and also water treatment plant and wastewater treatment plant. So as I told you, Bucharest is the capital of Romania with over 2 million inhabitants. The design of the sewage system started over 120 years ago, and it was significantly improved in 1970 and 1980 after a big flood occurs in 1970. So you see, this was nothing done, some works, and now how it is. Actually, this is the backbone of the system. We call it caseta, which in English is a box because of the shape of it. And it's under the clean water river, Dâmbovița River. And this is for 10 kilometers. And then for 7.3 kilometers is in parallel with the clean water course. And let's see a few numbers about the sewer system. So the caseta is going from northwest to southeast. From the beginning to the central city is on 2 boxes with 3.5 width and 2.42 height. Then it continues with 2 boxes for 4.5 meters width and 3.06 meters height, and then 3 boxes until CSO and wastewater treatment plant. So we have one wastewater treatment plant, about 2,500 kilometers of network. Most of it is a combined system and gravitational. We have about 250 visitable collectors. We call them like that because you can actually enter on them. The main collector is about 80 kilometers. We have 18 big catchment collectors, about 70 small wastewater pumping, only 1 CSO to Dâmbovița River, which is located before the wastewater treatment plant at the end of caseta. The dry weather flow of the system is about 8.5 cubic meters per second, and the maximum at the storm events exceeds 200 cubic meters per second. Beginning from 2009, we begin to install rain gauges. Now we have about 21 rain gauges in all the Bucharest area. A few numbers about the climate change phenomena in Romania that causes a lot of damages, and from 2000 to 2015 the annual cost of floods was estimated at about 150 million euros. We have in Bucharest, the rainfall events that gives us headaches. It's a long-term period and very short with high intensity. Okay, you can see in 2005 we have in 48 hours a cumulative depth about 200 millimeters. In 2013, cumulative rainfall depth 100 millimeters in 24 hours and the maximum intensity of 45 millimeters. So these are long-term rainfall that occurs in the past years. And in 2014, two rain gauges recorded a rainfall event with probability of occurrence of 1 in 10 years on 4 May and 22 July and on 8 August. Extremely special event was measured on one of the rain gauges with probability that exceeds 1 in 100 years return period. And also in the summer of 2016, the sewerage system have to manage another extreme rainfalls with probability of 1 to 5 years. And on June 12 and 13, over 1 and 10 years, and so on. So in the last years, more and more extreme rainfall events occurred. So we have to redesign and adjust the system to the new needs. So we conducted a study in 2013, and the intensity of the rain events are about 5% higher than in 1973. From this year is the regulators for design purposes. The extension of the catchment area in 1911, the catchment area was only 200 hectares, and now we have to serve an area greater than 20,000 hectares. Of course, change in land use and imperviousness. Now more than 70% of the area is impervious surface. So you can see from how it looks in 2000 and how it looks now, and some highlighted area with big developments. From 2000 to 2010, we operate the sewage system in city, but not the backbone of the system. And when the first phase of wastewater treatment plant Glina was finished, and we took in operation, we took also the cassetta in operation. And in order to do that, in 2009, with the help and know-how of our colleagues from Central and Eastern European companies from group. We make a survey, an inspection of all the inside of Caseta, and we map all the problems that we found, and we literally found big surprises there. There were a lot of pillars, construction materials, machinery that were used during construction, because in 1989, when it was put in function, Ceausescu say, okay, make it run, and everybody get out and put water on it. And for 20 years, nobody cares about what's happened there. So this is one of the major blockages that we found there. Actually, the capacity of the Caseta when we took it was about 40% of the design capacity. And the first mapping, we found only 22 major blockages, and when we begin to remove it, the water level decreases, and we actually found 29 major blockages. And this was after the inspection and the study, we developed and adopted a plan of measures on short term, medium term, and long term to solve this problem with Caseta and urban floods. So after this, we begin to clean it, remove blockages, clean it, make operational and maintenance annual program, also annual inspection program, and now we have our own teams that do that, and we also make small non-structural repairs. So the first was to remove the big blockages, then to put in function the last section of the Caseta, and to construct the joint channel with the Dâmbovița River, and to put in place gates and screws in all the overflows. The phase 2 of the wastewater treatment plant, Glina, there was two choices: make a big wastewater treatment plant, or do something about the underground infiltration in the system and make a smaller wastewater treatment plant. So we begin to rehabilitate, now it's the works are done to rehabilitate two major collectors. Then will be also the Caseta will begin to rehabilitate, because a lot of water from the surface, clean water, goes into the Caseta, and from underground water. And the local authority asked us to make the master plan for the wastewater in Bucharest and neighboring area. And we took an approach to include also in the project also the other cities and villages near Bucharest, because administrative borders cannot stand on this type of study. So the strategy was to ensure environmental protection, and in particular the quality of the river and groundwater, in order to ensure the compliance with the commitments negotiated by Romania in the integration process and post-integration, and compliance with the legislation at the time of when the plan was made. So the plan is for a horizon of 30 years. It has additional measures which will improve the system or the city capacity to deal with 1 to 10 years return rainfall events instead of 3 years that we can manage now. Okay, so the issues that we addressed in the master plan was increase the design capacity, to extend the current sewer system, and all the extension will be in separate systems. Floodplains area will be doubled with separate system, and to promote solutions to source control, and also stormwater works will be integrated in urbanistic plans and correlated with the blue-green area to reduce the emissary pollution, use alternative solution like wetlands. Okay. Okay, so these are the major works that should be done according to the master plan, and the numbers. So we intend to build new sewage dischargers, retention tanks, the extension, new collectors, stormwater drainage system, of course the rehabilitation of the existing system, resizing, wetland in Glina and Bucuresti Lake, installation of collecting and discharge rainwater in road tunnels. This is what's happened before putting in place the investments in the plan for 1 to 10 years return rain event, and this is after. Sorry. So the conclusions are that stormwater infrastructure is one of the main components of the urban infrastructure. There are a lot of actors that deal with stormwater: operators, river basin management, environmental protection agencies, municipalities, and all together have to have the same goal. The climate change and urban expansion are the main factors that should be considered for proper management of stormwater. The existing stormwater is very old, but it cannot be simply abandoned. We have to do something with it. And additional measures should be made to increase the capacity of the systems. And but the costs of these things are very huge and need to be well planned, and long-term plan to make these investments. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much again. Pan nam przedstawił kolejne problemy, które